Yeah, made landfall. Idalia has made landfall in the Big Bend area. It looks like where it made landfall was just northwest of Steenhatchee. There's a place called the Big Bend Wildlife Management Area. So it's between Fish Creek and Steenhatchee. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. And that's where the storm made landfall with winds of 125 miles per hour. Tying it with the Cedar Key hurricane in the late 1800s as the strongest storm to work its way into that part of our state. But our problems continue, and it's the water. I want to show you the Hudson Beach camera, and you would have thought, right, with the tide going out, that would make a difference with this, and it hasn't. And therein lies our problem. Now that we're getting kind of past a lot of these low tides, understand the water's just going to go up from there, and it's not going to drain out. And that is a direct result of this southwest wind, which is persistent, which is still strong. We still have some rain bands. So this water you're seeing here is really not going anywhere. Watching the water, too, look how it's kind of sneaking around that little concrete area there at the University of Tampa. That is the water from the river, which is just worked its way in. And remember, we had a 5-foot storm surge, 5.21 storm surge in Tampa just before 7 o'clock this morning, while a 125-mile-per-hour hurricane was making landfall in the Big Bend area. That'll show you how large the storm is, how strong it is. We got folks on Bayshore. Can someone tell that young individual to get out of the water, please? But anyway, right down Bayshore Boulevard, there they are walking through. Folks, come on. Let's not take any chances this morning. More water will continue to spill into Bayshore Boulevard and many, many other spots. And these rain bands aren't helping, but these rain bands are doing one good thing, giving us some much-needed rain. However, inside those rain bands, I got one Land O'Lakes down to Lutz in the Del Mabry area. And let me tell you, that's some very, very heavy rain. It doesn't last long, 10, 15 minutes, but the winds will be whipping and the rain is coming down, and then it'll just stop. Then there's another rain band near Holiday stretching southwestward out into the Gulf. How about our southern counties? Listen, Arcadia, I have got some big rain coming straight at you into the Arcadia area. Wow, right along Highway 17 and then going up to Pine Level, Mayaca City. Look at all that heavier rain. These are rain bands from a hurricane making landfall near Steenhatchee, if you can believe that. And another rain band getting ready to move into Highway 17 and then going all the way up into Polk County as well. Just a couple of minutes left, so I want to toss it over to Tony to talk about. We still have some of these tropical storm force wind gusts, Tony.
Yeah, and it's just going to be one of those things, Dave, where we just got to be patient through this. I know there's an urge to kind of want to get back to normal and go outside or go looking. It's just, we just have hours to go with this wind direction especially. Now the winds will eventually relax and we're not going to be dealing with tropical storm force winds all day, but at least while these winds are on shore, it's not going to help. Okay, remember, I got a storm making landfall now, and these winds are still whipping onshore, and where they're not, they're about to turn. So places that haven't seen as much in terms of the coastal flooding impacts along areas up across the Nature Coast, you're going to get into that here in the hours ahead through the early afternoon. I think everybody's winds are onshore, and that's when we're approaching high tide again this afternoon. So on top of the additional rain bands, which could lead to, river flooding, which we've seen a lot of, the Alafaya, for instance, coastal flooding will still be an issue through the day today, and the water may take a long time to recede. So because of that, that's why I just want folks to know just to be patient with this. The storm is moving away. We'll kind of keep our thoughts and prayers for the folks that are really going to be dealing with the brunt of this through the day today. Into the Big Bend, part of Tallahassee will be impacted by strong winds. Jackson will get some of this as well, and then it'll continue to move off to the north here pretty soon. So your forecast for today, 87, windy with showers. Gradual improvements this evening. Yes, we've got unsettled weather tomorrow, Friday. It'll be periods of showers. It's not going to be like this, but still going to be a little bit wet. And then heading into this weekend, finally, sunshine, drier weather, much improved heading into the holiday weekend.